Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching me from. I just want to give a voice to some things that have been trending recently. There are a lot of separations that are happening in marriages, in relationships, and I've come to also discover that relationship is one of the major stress that people are going through recently. And I posted some few things about relationship on Instagram and on Facebook. And I said no relationship breaks suddenly, that there are processes that leads to those breakage or that separation. And among the many that are listed, the first of them is lack of communication. I want you to understand that lack of communication is a silent killer in relationship. And I'm not talking about the inability to talk to each other. I'm talking about the inability to be specific about enhancing your relationship by vocalizing your thoughts, your feelings, and your expectations to each other. Many relationships, they don't just break suddenly. They usually weaken over time due to repeated issues that aren't addressed on time or properly addressed. And lack of communications have destroyed a lot of homes. Praise God. When partners stop talking together openly and honestly, misunderstanding will grow. And when misunderstanding grows, distance and barriers will be created. So lack of communication is the biggest killer of relationship. When couples stop talking specific things to each other, when they fail to express their inner thoughts, their main feeling, their expectations, gradually it creates distance between themselves. And when this happens, you will discover that misunderstanding will begin to multiply. When misunderstanding multiply, people will now begin to suspect each other. Without clear communication, assumptions will now begin to take over. Small issues can become misinterpreted and blown out of proportion. The second thing that will happen is that there will be emotional distance. Partners may begin to feel neglected, unloved, unimportant when they are not heard or understood. It will now lead to emotional detachment. These things are very, very key. They contribute to what destroys homes, what destroys relationship. And if you are not careful, the little lack of communication that is beginning to brew in your relationship can lead to something that will not be beneficial to you and your partner. When lack of communication is there will be mistrust, there will be emotional distance, there will also be loss of trust. A lot of people today are no longer trusting their partner. And some of these things also come from the other relationship they have been involved in. Some people take the experiences of their past relationship and then begin to use it to run their new relationship. Things don't work that way. Praise God. Another effect of lack of communication is unresolved conflicts. Unresolved conflicts. Every relationship has its own disagreement, but without proper communication, conflicts will remain unresolved, piling up like unhealed wounds, and it's not good for relationship. And the last one I will share today is there will be decrease of intimacy. Intimacy, be it emotional, physical, or spiritual, they thrive on openness and connection. Lack of communication will erode all of this bond, leaving the relationship to feel very cold and unattractive anymore. So, brothers and sisters, please work on your communicating skills. God bless you real good. Until we meet again. Thank you.